Greetings everyone, I've returned to Universal Studios Hollywood to show you where every single restroom is on property. Let's roll that intro. Our tour of the restroom locations begins outside of the actual main gate itself, because when you show up here, you can head over to the right over here, past the ticket booths. Let me show you. Main gate entrance right over here, guest services will call off to the right, and then off to the right of even all of that, by the ATMs, the restrooms, tucked away over here. So these are really nice if like you need to go before you go into the park, and you're like, oh no, I'm not in the park yet, don't worry, they got you covered. So yeah, all right, now let's get into the park. Show you all the ones inside. Just walked in past the gates over there, and we're heading down kind of the main street of Universal to show you my very first restroom inside the park. As you come to this fork in the road over by the Illumination Animation Studio store and the board over there, you head over to the right, over down by Waterworld. To the left of Waterworld, the restrooms are right over here. These ones are kind of tucked away. Well, the tricky kind of factor about this one, I should say, is that depending on when Waterworld lets out, or when it's kind of in session, as it were, that will determine kind of how busy this is going to be. Sometimes nobody here, if it's like Waterworld, it's like later in the day and Waterworld's done, or if Waterworld's going off right now. So keep that in mind. But when Waterworld empties out, or is just starting off to like where people are lining up, it's going to be a busier one. But yeah, just keep that in mind. That's one of the very first ones that is useful to you right as you walk in the park. Another thing I want to note about this restroom in particular, it's right by the family center, so there should also be a family restroom back in there too, and the family center is back down to the left. The restrooms are going down this tunnel, and to the right. It's not too bad. Again, right outside of Waterworld. Right outside. Just came from Waterworld over there. There's the board, and we're heading back down that kind of main street, once again, of Universal. Where now we're going to head down to the left. You see the Plaza building here, and hang a left right by Beetlejuice. You hang a left when you see him. I'm just kidding. That's happening for me right now. It doesn't happen for everybody. But there he is. And here we go. Heading down to the Illumination corner of the park, as I like to call it, down to where it says the Washington down there for our next set of restrooms. Despicable Me is here. Secret Life Pets over here. This is where the restrooms are. Right over here. That's right. Like I said, the Washington. It's also a kind of a fun little Terminator Easter egg right over there by the Village Bikes. You can go check it out. Just go over and look at the sticker. But anyway, yeah, these bathrooms are right here, conveniently located. Before I pass by Super Silly Funland completely, there are a pair of family restrooms right over here to utilize for you. You can see a big sign up over here. Look at that, changing rooms and restrooms. Yeah, so if you want to come partake in the water, depending on the time of year. Yeah, because this isn't always running, but the time of this recording, it is running, for sure. I'm even tempted to be running through it. I'm just kidding. Please only walk through this. Don't run. PSA. I don't want any broken clavicles or femurs. I just want to get the funny bones. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. Are we keeping this in? I'll keep it in. I'm going to sort of wrap around Super Silly Funland and head through the streets of the world as we head back over towards Hogsmeade and Hogwarts for our next set of restrooms. Coming up to Hogsmeade/Hogwarts, and we're gonna have to kind of head into Hogsmeade quite a bit to get to our next set of restrooms, about halfway through. Yeah, but hey, one heck of a sight though. Oh my goodness. I love this area so much. With 3 broomsticks and a hogshead off to the left, and Ollivanders off to the right. Bathrooms are right here, right in between. Yeah, and guess what? I've heard reports Moaning Myrtle is in both. I can tell you this much for the guys' side. Moaning Myrtle is for sure in there, which is startling. First time you go in there and you're like, oh my gosh, Moaning Myrtle's in there. But yeah, right over here, right in and amongst all of the Wizarding World. Now there's a few ways to get to our next set of restrooms. What I'm going to do is going to cut down to the left over by Hogwarts, kind of this back way into Simpsons Land. Yes, into Springfield. Trust me, this is a very clandestine, chill way to go, and I love it, especially at night. Oh, I love it at night. Just coming down onto my little secret path out of Hogsmeade into Springfield right before the studio tram tour, which is right off to our right now. The next set of restrooms over by the Springfield DMV. Yeah. This is another one that is useful right before you go to the tram tour, even though they have another one down there that I'm about to show you guys. But I figured we just hit this one up as we're going over. And you can see Marge and Homer are there, representing both sides. Yeah. Oh. Now down to the studio tour. Let's go see. Before we head down to the actual studio tour restrooms, I just wanted to thank all the patrons and the members supporting the channel financially. I appreciate you so very much. I made a few of these before for Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. Shameless plug. But yeah, I was like, I'll maybe make another one of these. But yeah, thank you to the people supporting the channel. It really means a heck of a lot to me. All right, to the next set of restrooms. So we entered down there, walked all the way down this bridge, and now we're over by the studio tour, and we're gonna head down the escalators for the next set of restrooms, which are tucked away right before the studio tour. It's very convenient. So the studio tour is off to the left, but actually we're gonna cut over hard to the right. Restrooms located right down over here to the right. And again, these are very convenient before or after the studio tour, which can last upwards of an hour long. Now, at the time of this recording, they're allowing you to walk onto the lot, so that means it could be even longer depending on how long you want to hang out there. So just keep all this in mind before you hop on. One of a kind attraction. Studio tour is amazing and I love it. Now we're leaving Springfield and heading to the lower lot. Our last pair of restrooms. Yes, I know. Video's coming to an end. I'm so sorry. A little bit of an asterisk as we go along here. These are all the restrooms that I know about that are used for public, like general public. There might be some in the offices or some in these other buildings for the VIP stuff that I am unaware of. These are all the ones that I know about, I've seen used. You know, it's for everybody. So just keep that in mind too. Last restrooms that are going to be on the vlog today. One's over in Jurassic, but you can pull my fingers down. They'll be right down this hallway here, and then back in the very kind of back of Super Nintendo World. Don't worry, we'll get a better view as we head down to the lower lot, which I love the lower lot. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I can't even speak, I love it so much. Mostly because of this over here, that Jurassic baby. Oh, but I love Mummy. And I do really enjoy Transformers, and Mario Kart is great. I don't know, it's just, I love the lower lot. Down in the lower lot now, and as you can see, Jurassic World is dead ahead. Off to my right is Revenge of the Mummy. We're gonna kind of split the difference, head back, kind of right past the character shop here, off to the left of the character shop. This next set of restrooms. Now we get kind of crowded out here for a few reasons, one of them being that this is the main exit of Super Nintendo World, so you have people kind of coming and going. But off to the right, we have the women's, men's, and family restrooms off over kind of in this kind of beige-ish color. Yeah, it's another family restroom right down here. And they also down here have first aid and security. So keep that in mind too. But again, typically an exit for Super Nintendo World most of the time, so that's why there's so many people coming and going, coming and going. Continuing on, the lower lot, Transformers The Ride 3D is dead ahead. We're gonna hang a left into Super Nintendo World. Look at some of my buddies. It's Optimus and Bumblebee. If only they could figure out their differences to Megatron and they could all live in harmony. But I guess there would not be any more sort of, I don't know, narrative issue for them to clash, and that's kind of what we came to watch, right? Look at them. Look how cinematic that is. Here it is, Super Nintendo World. Man, every time I hear this music, I get hyped. Just like, I hope that doesn't fade for a long time, but yeah, just exciting. It's exciting all the time in Super Nintendo World, and we are back in it. Wow, Super Nintendo World is bumping today. No surprise there. Our bathrooms are actually going to be off to the right, over to the right of Toadstool Cafe. Here's Toadstool Cafe, and the restroom's located right off to the right here. Very, very nice. They have a couple of different options for you, men's, women's, all gender. Yeah, It's nice to have that down in here because you're pretty far away from everything else in the park. It feels like, anyway. Or maybe that's just how Super Nintendo World tricks your brain. I don't know. Man, look at how beautiful this is. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Well, believe it or not, everybody, that's gonna do it for me here today at Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope you found this video helpful. Yes, I hope you did. And if you did, please leave a comment down below letting me know, and also use the word restroom, R-E-S-T-R-O-O-M, so I know we made it all the way to the end. I want to thank all the people who've been liking these videos and doing those comments and sharing it. That really helps a ton. If you can't support financially, that is the best way to help, is just to share it around. Anywhere social media, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much. But thank you immensely to the people supporting the channel via Patreon, via the memberships here on YouTube, Venmo or PayPal or any of those things. It means a heck of a lot. The people who super chat during the streams or super thanks in the comments, all that stuff helps so very, very much. You guys keep me alive. I appreciate you. I really, truly do. Either way, until next time, just remember to adapt and overcome. Bye-bye. Your patience has been rewarded with a bonus bit. That's right. We're gonna roll an old commercial I made for a piece of merchandise that I'm very proud of. All right, roll the clip. Hi, everyone. My name is Jimmy Good, and no, I do not work for NBC Universal. Not yet. And after many, many hours of research,
I know where all the bathrooms are in
Universal Studios Hollywood.
but now you do too. And you can show everybody by getting this shirt. I know what you might be thinking to yourself, oh, man, Jimmy, now I know where all the bathrooms are. I want to share that knowledge with everyone. People are just gonna walk up to you. They won't even say hi. They'll just say, hey, do you know where the nearest bathroom is? And you're gonna two-finger point in the direction. Because guess what? You're a professional. You have this information, and you know what? That knowledge, it doesn't belong to you. You gotta share it with everyone. That's the deal we're making right now. I gotta move 13 of these shirts before the next full moon, otherwise my ticket's gonna get punched. Check out these colors. It comes in this color and this color. Oh my gosh, that one might be my favorite. Now you might be wondering to yourself, Jimmy, why aren't you wearing one of those shirts right now? Why are you wearing a suit? That's none of your business. Stop asking me questions. So get yours down in the links below today.